8 food chains that are completely dead. Before we start, I want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Super Top 10s. Number 1. Howard Johnson's.
You know, we screwed up.
During the heyday of Howard Johnson's, sometimes lovingly just referred to as Hojo's, there were over 1,000 locations nationwide. In fact, it was the largest chain of restaurants during the 1960s and 1970s. The chain of restaurants was known for its iconic buildings, including orange roofs, peaks, and weather vanes. Howard Johnson restaurants quickly started to fall behind its competitors in the fast food business, and its dinner-style restaurants didn't leave much room for innovation and financial efficiency. The downfall of Howard Johnson's was ultimately their competitors. Friendly's had their ice cream, KFC was all about fried chicken, and in comparison, Hojo's was just too basic, one critic said. Number 2. Official All-Star Cafe. Official All-Star Cafe restaurants were founded in 1995 and owned by Planet Hollywood. They were able to get many sports icons of the era to invest in the company, such as Andre Agassi, Joe Montana, Ken Griffey Jr., Shaq, and Wayne Gretzky. The restaurant chain grew to 10 locations while in its prime, including prime locations such as Times Square and Walt Disney World. Planet Hollywood attempted to make the restaurant sports-themed, much like its Hard Rock Cafe chains, but they didn't last long. The last of the All-Star Cafe locations closed in 2007. Number 3. VIP's. If you're from the Northwest, then you probably remember VIP's. The Oregon-based chain of restaurants was very popular starting in 1968. At one point, it was the largest restaurant chain based in the state and had 53 locations during its heyday. At the time, the locations were referred to as coffee shops, but today, we would refer to them as diners, similar to Denny's. The company was known for having its locations located near freeways. VIP started going under in the early 80s and actually sold 35 of their locations to Denny's Incorporated. Number 4. Horn and Hardart. Horn and Hardart stands out from the rest of the restaurants on this list, being that they weren't just restaurants. They were automated fast food joints, known as automats. At this restaurant, you could purchase prepared food from behind a glass window, kind of like a giant vending machine. You just needed to insert the proper amount of coins in the machine and pull a lever to take out the freshly made food. Sadly, the last location closed in 1991. However, similar automat restaurants exist today in other parts of the world, like Europe and Japan. Number 5. Burger Chef. Burger Chef was a chain of hamburger restaurants founded by General Electric in Indianapolis in 1954. At its peak, it had over 1,200 locations nationwide. So what happened to Burger Chef? Well, let's just say their biggest competitor was McDonald's.
Burger Chef presents the Family Circus.
The fast food chain ended up overexpanding its locations and declining in quality, eventually losing out to McDonald's. The chain was then sold off to General Foods and then sold off again. Most of the locations were eventually turned into Hardee's. Number 6. Isali's. Isali's was founded way back in the 19th century, and they certainly left their mark on American history. Not only was the restaurant known for its chip-chopped ham, it was also famous for inventing the Klondie bar. Wow. The restaurant was named after the founder, but in advertisements, it stood for I shall always love you, sweetheart. In the later years, the company was sold off a few times until it slowly died out, along with the good old days. Number 7. Lum's. The family restaurant Lum's was opened in Miami Beach in 1956 as a hot dog stand, then grew slowly. By 1961, they had 4 locations. They were best known for their beer-steamed hot dogs. Then they rapidly expanded their business. By the year 1969, Lum's had over 400 company-owned and franchised restaurants, including in Hawaii, Puerto Rico, and Europe. The company, however, overextended their reach and ended up filing for bankruptcy. All of the original stores closed by 1982. Number 8. Steak and Ale. Steak and Ale was founded in 1966 in Dallas, Texas, and it offered diners a new type of restaurant to dine at. It was branded as a cheap and affordable steak restaurant and became very popular, especially among business people. Steak and Ale offered cheap steaks and a salad bar. In an attempt to keep up with the competition, they lowered their prices and started offering free beverages and desserts. In the end, they weren't able to keep up with the competition. The last location was closed in 2008. However, in early 2017, Steak and Ale's parent company began offering franchise opportunities again, so a revival may be underway. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.